Hello everyone, this is the BMW i4 M60, and before the new Neue Klasse i3 comes out, this is the strongest and most powerful i4 that you can have. We tested today a bit, let's get to it. If your company has electric cars as company cars, of course you want your employee to charge at home. It's cheaper for you and it's easier for the employee. Tronity has a software solution for you to know how much you have to pay your employee for charging at home. With the Fleet Manager you manage your employees and your cars. Tronity connects to the cars and knows exactly when the car is charging at home and how much. And then you get an easy monthly bill for your employee. If you want to know more, there's a link in the description below. We have an 83 kilowatt hour battery usable. We have 600 horsepower all-wheel drive. Amazing, 3.7 seconds from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. Top speed is 220. Charging can be done AC with 11 kilowatt. In DC I've seen a peak of 208 kilowatt. The trunk is an okay size. It's not extremely deep, but you can get in very easily, which is very nice. We have a second floor that doesn't fit a lot, especially when you have the subwoofer. I mean, the charging cables don't fit in there. On the rear seats, this seat is in my position, 180 centimeters, 6 feet tall, and I can put my feet underneath this front seat even though it's all the way down, and it's needed. Because I have barely any legroom, a bit headroom I also don't have. I'm touching the roof. The seats are very hard, very sporty. Here in the back I have two USB-Cs. I can change the heat. I don't see seat heaters, but I have air vents and a light up here. On the front seats, I have my seat memory here in the door, locking, and of course window control and adjustment of the mirror. Here I have my light control. Then I have my stock for the wipers and the board computer and automatic headlights, so high beams. On the right my wipers, and then on the steering wheel I have a lot of buttons. On the left is all of my assist systems, limiter and self-steering assist and cruise control, and on the right I can interact with the screen and then volume, next song and stuff like this. Underneath a few buttons for the music and defrosting, a USB-A here in the middle, and then a USB-C is here in the middle armrest. Then I have a lot of buttons and the iDrive here in the middle, and my gear selector, my start-stop button, which I need. Headroom, I have enough, it's all cool. How do you interact with the car? Well, you can of course use the touchscreen, but you can use the iDrive as well. Down here where you can go up, down, left, right, turn it, press it. You have a back button, options, telephone, media, home and map. Then we have little shortcuts for the ESC off, the cameras and parking sensors. We have our drive modes here: Sport, Comfort, Eco, Pro. You have Eco Individual as well. Auto hold, parking brake, and then the gear. And when you put it into gear, you're in D. No regen, and then do it again. You have strong regen. And when you reverse and go back to drive, again you have to do it twice. That's BMW typical, that's totally normal. Starting the car is with the start-stop button. Gives you a sound, put it into gear, and then you can drive. On your main screen you have your temperature. When you want seat heating, you have to press on the seat, and then you have seat heating and steering wheel heater, and for the passenger of course as well. Here we have a home button, we have a climate button, we have all of our apps which you can here change what you see: infotainment system, vehicle, and last used. On your main screen up here you have favorites and a few other things that you can, shortcuts that you can use. And then on the main screen you have your map, and then always one or two things that you can see at the same time. But a lot of times you can scroll to the left as well. So that means In the best case scenario, you see 3 different things here on the screen without having to do something. In the worst case, only 2, like now when I have my trip data in here. That's how they designed it. You have a volume wheel here and a mute button when you press it, which is nice. On the cockpit, we have 3 different views for the cockpit. So it can be small, then it can be wider or just a line, but it all shows the exact same information. In the middle, you can then have your average consumption, assist system. If when you navigate, you see the arrows where you have to go. You can see your map, G meter, and music. And then that's it. For the head-up display, we only have your navigation, then your power, what you're using, and a minimal view where you don't have augmented reality. Oh yeah. Assist system, this was the speed limit warning. If I want to turn that off fast, I can just press the set button on the steering wheel for 3 seconds and it's off. If I want the lane departure warning off, I have to go into my settings, and they're right here. They're very fast to change, but still you have to do something. And by the way, you can preheat the battery automatically or manually if you want to, and it always takes 15 minutes. Doesn't matter how cold it is. The drive is of course more sporty. This is a sports car with 600 horsepower. It's not mega comfy, even though right now I'm in comfort mode. But it's not horrible. It's not amazing, but not horrible. The power, of course, is incredible, even when you are not in sport mode. Not always needed. The steering is direct, but not horrible. When you drive a bit faster on the highway, sport mode feels better with the steering, because it might be a bit too light in comfort mode at higher speeds, but in sport mode, like I said, it's really nice. Oh, and the Regen is very, very strong, even now at 95%. Cruise control, you just press this button here, takes the speed. It looks like the steering wheel, steering assist button. It's not the set button for whatever reason. You have distance on the steering wheel, which BMW usually doesn't have. You can cancel, resume, use the limiter. You can switch between if you want steering assist or not. Of course, you can change the speed. If you press lightly, it's 1 km/h steps. If you press stronger, it's 10. It really does it very well. Then in the options you have adjust the speed limit according to what the car recognizes. And but I'm not doing this right now because this is so fast. It doesn't know that yet because it's new. And you can also adjust, what is this? That it adds something to that number. So when there's a 70 speed limit, 70 km/h, you can say do +10, and then it does 80 automatically. On a highway, it does then 140 automatically. That's really, really nice. I like that a lot. And it's okay with this car because the speedometer is 5 km/h off. So if you see 115 on the speedometer, in reality you're driving 110. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, I started vlogging on my 3rd channel, Behind the Battery. So everything that happens around the car, or if I get new info about something, really awesome. Subscribe and watch. When we do our acceleration test, BMW says 3.7 seconds, 0 to 100 km/h, which I don't think we can do because this car has all-season tires on, but we have launch mode. So, and it don't have to be in sport mode. You just press the brake with your left foot and do full acceleration, and it just does the perfect start to have the best acceleration. So we're gonna test this, of course. Oh my god, there was a lot of spinning wheels. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure it's with the tires. Launch control worked. 3.9 seconds, which is good for the all-season tires. 3.7 is what BMW says, so I'm okay with it. Oh my god. So the steering assist, I tested a bit. It's incredibly good, even on a country road. It's very smooth. I love when you do a lane change on the highway, how it turns on, that you don't notice it. It's not the typical, oh, steering assist on, I have to adjust. Really nice. Steering assist incredible. It doesn't have the i5 thing where you don't have to touch the steering wheel and you just look into mirror to do a lane change. It doesn't have that, but it's still incredibly good. 130 on the highway, it's really nice. It's again, it's not the most comfortable car, but it's nice and quiet. I like it a lot. And then of course the power. There's an extra power video where I drive the top speed a bit. Check that out, it's awesome. So the BMW i4 M60 is really a great car. It's a lot of fun, it's amazing in corners, a lot of power. It's not the most comfortable. The charging is still good. Consumption I find okay. It's nice and quiet in here. The infotainment system, it's okay. I don't find it too amazing, the same as this middle part here. It's a bit cluttered with a lot of things, but then you don't have the assist systems here where you could press and turn the lane departure warning off very quickly. It doesn't have that. That's a bit sad, but overall I enjoy driving this car. If you want to follow me on Instagram, batterylife1, but that's it for me. Thank you much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.